Coast of M 963. We're feeling in a big Greek mood this fine evening. Oppa! Ladies and gentlemen, you're on Raw and More. I'm Angus Hamill, and I'm with you as always between 7 and 9 p.m. on a beautiful winter's Monday evening, the 27th of July 2026. And that date is very significant, which we'll be talking about very shortly. But yes, it is the great after show with wonderful vibes and even more wonderful guys. I say guys because, as usual, I am not doing this alone. As a matter of fact, you could say I'm being joined by some of the best in the business. Firstly, directly opposite me, we have Mr. Jake Mercer. How are you going, Jake?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, mate?
Very well, thank you. Nice to see you. Next to Jake, we also have Mr. Finn Smith O'Brien. How are you going, Finjamin?
Oh, doing great. Thanks, mate. Thanks for having us.
That's awesome to hear once again. We also have Mr. Stephen Wheatley, as always, who was jumping in the host chair last week, doing a wonderful job. How are you going tonight, Steve-O?
I'm not too bad, mate. And yes, thank you very much for that. It was a bit of a depleted crew last week. Only myself, Mr. Finjamin, and Will Parkhouse from Uncut Jets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we were a bit of a depleted crew in that, but the show, it must go on, as they say.
Yeah, legs were broken. The show went on. And joining us to finish off, last but certainly not least, we have James O'Brien. And the reason why the 27th of July is such an important date is because it's his birthday! Yay!
I don't have the real thing.
Happy birthday to you, Mr. James O'Brien. This calls for a cheeky little celebration. Hey, the party is starting. Let's have a little happy birthday to you. Got a couple of things for you. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamesy. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Thank you, boys.
Oh, look at that. I mean, dude, obviously the coasties can't see it, but it's got the birthday sash on. It's got the birthday crown on.
I just bestowed upon him the birthday crown and the birthday
he's got
sash.
the birthday sash, and what that means, Coasties,
But there's a very important part of the fit that Angus is yet to give.
Very Greek.
Yes.
A toga, essentially.
Oh yes,
A plate.
Yes. He's got all the appropriate attire on. So what that means is on tonight's edition of Raw and More, it's all going to be greatest Mediterranean and Greek hits.
Yes, nothing but Euro Papa dance, like that song you just heard there, Zorba's Dance, a remix by LCD that they released in the late 90s of course, Zorba's Dance from Zorba the Greek.
I knew I was walking into something.
Now,
Just like for my birthday payback.
and to complete the outfit, Jamesy, now that you've got your crown and sash on, this will complete the outfit for you. I'll just hand that across to you right now. It's a nice little, it's a beautiful little badge. And what does it say on it?
So let me guess, you want to give me lipstick now? You want to give me some makeup after that?
It says birthday girl.
Okay, so that's for you then.
Because he's our beautiful Bonita birthday princess. So, yes, the next couple of hours is going to be a celebration, not just because it's James's birthday, but because we're all back here together with you. But we do have a bunch of James-themed tunes, starting off well and truly right now with one of James's most personal favourite tracks that we've seen live together, and you've also performed at karaoke many times. It's Foo Fighters with Everlong. Coast FM 963, you're on Raw and More. I'm Angus with you alongside the boys. Also known as the Rawsome team. We're celebrating James O'Brien's birthday tonight, our very own co-host over there with a couple of his personal favourite songs, I believe. Can you tell us what they were, Jamesy?
So the first song was Everlong by Foo Fighters, the one that a lot of people know very well. And the other one was Take It by Kafumi.
Yeah, Kafune, I think.
Yeah,
something along
Kafune.
those lines, yeah.
So the Take It song was what elevated their music career, what started it. And and Everlong by Foo Fighters is actually one of their most popular songs, if not their most popular song. And some of their songs reach over 1 billion views too.
That's huge how big they are, and both of them trending tunes, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like future trending tunes of that segment.
Certainly will be, but the segment that we want to touch on right now is...
The chase is on. Here come the one.
Yeah, it's time for our sports chat, and we're making history tonight because we're actually not talking about NRL at all, hey Steve? There's nothing to talk about.
No, nothing happened in the world of NRL over the weekend.
Well. There's some talking points.
No,
Things we
there's
can
nothing to talk.
No, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Like anything that happened to Manly, right?
No.
And how you guys had a very embarrassing loss over the weekend. Because your best players are off for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's been a really tough July. Fine, we'll pull in our big boy pants and address the elephant in the room. It's been a terrible July for the Manly Sea Eagles. 4 games, all on Sunday afternoons, all losing games. Oh gosh, it's been a terrible month, and the exclamation point was put on yesterday. Golden Eagles, all Old Boys Day, beautiful Sunday afternoon at Brookvale Oval. You'd think it could not get better until you see the score. Hey Steve.
Yeah, mate, absolutely disappointing. I really don't even know what to say, mate. You were down there on the hill with the Maroon and White Army, and as you said, it had all the recipe for it to be a great game. Battle of the Beaches, round 2, Sunday afternoon, Golden Eagles Day. I don't know, but what I do know is, unfortunately, that's the end of Manly for 2026. Unfortunately, and this is no pun intended, I do not see us making the finals. In fact, I know it is probably a formality at the moment. Unfortunately, I just don't think we're probably going to get another win for the rest of the season.
Hey, we're playing the Dragons, though.
Yeah, well,
you got to hand them a freebie every once in a while.
Yeah, we are. We're going to play the Dragons.
Normally Manly struggles against Dragons, but it could be different.
But yes, we are, though. We're only 2 points outside of the 8 after we have the bye next week, although at this point, who knows if we'll beat the bye.
I think we'll probably lose that one too, and then we travel across to the other side of the country to play Melbourne in Perth, of all places.
Yeah, if I was playing Melbourne and it was supposed to be their home game, I'd want to play them in Perth too. Yes, 48-12 Sharks running out winners against Manly yesterday. Nico Hines, a Coastie boy, putting on an absolute clinic. Earlier on in the weekend, Friday night, James's Knights took on Jake's Roosters. Thrilling game up in Newcastle. Yeah. Jake, even though the Roosters won, you're still not happy with it?
Yeah, because the game was dreadful. Straight up, it was just a terrible game to watch, mostly because of DCE making a lot of mistakes.
You're welcome,
mate. The way that you guys have been playing the last couple of weeks, and with your success here on a Monday night, I thought you'd be absolutely grinning like a Cheshire cat at the moment.
Yeah, but just watching the game and just watching some of their just absolute schoolboy mistakes was just
bad,
just shocking.
Well, you're speaking about shocking.
They just fell over the line, didn't they, with DCE saving them with that field goal at the end there. Jamesy, the Knights came so close. Bradman Best scoring a try in the last 2 minutes to put them ahead.
I was surprised at that. But yeah, I turned away. I looked at the score. I was like, it's always a 1 point difference.
We know it's probably even hurts probably a bit even more for you, Jamesy, is they got about 5 players coming out injured now from that game on Thursday night.
Yeah, so I think it's probably our chances of going to the finals is probably slim as well now.
Yeah, join the club. Also, on Friday night, the Rabbitohs beat Melbourne, so that's twice in the season. It's the first time that's ever happened, where the Rabbitohs have been unbeaten throughout the season against Melbourne, which is great to see. The Tigers also got absolutely demolished by the Raiders. The Bulldogs beat the Wars. That was another tough one for you, Steve.
Shall I come closer so you can keep kicking me while I'm down?
And also, yesterday, we saw the possible spoon bowl happen between the 16th placed Titans beating the 17th placed Dragons 38-18 on a Sunday afternoon in Cogra. Hey, it could be worse. We're Manly fans, but we could be Dragons fans. They're having an absolute terrible time.
Well, we could even be Parramatta fans too.
Indeed.
Sorry, Brando.
It could be a lot worse. And we're still ahead of Melbourne and the Broncos on the ladder, so can't complain too much. Jamesy, before we get to your wrap of the boxing, I will say, Steve, you were wanting to know what I thought of the World Cup final, and I got to say, the thing that was most entertaining about it was the scenes afterwards, the biff between the Argentina
Sore
players.
losers, Argentina.
I reckon they won the last one, and now they're all like, no one could ever win again sort of vibes. But Spain, very deserving winners. They only conceded one goal the whole tournament.
And
It's
if
crazy.
you look into Spain's lineup, they had the most difficult lineup to get to the World Cup too.
Well, the thing is, it was also interesting, Jamesy, because you and Ango and that weren't here last week, is that so that's now their second ever World Cup championship that they've won, Spain, and they have not won a World Cup for 16 years. So the drought is finally over, and I don't know if you managed to see some of this through social media through the week, boys, but the scenes in Madrid and Barcelona at the moment, I think I'd probably dearly say the party may still possibly be going from the scenes.
They're having one heck of a
blame them.
fiesta.
Yeah.
And Jamesy, big day for Australian boxing yesterday as well. You got a bit of a wrap on the events of how that unfolded.
Right, yes, I do. So, Australia's well-known boxer Tim Tszyu has defeated an American boxing, I'd say American boxing legend at this point, Errol Spence Jr. by unanimous decision.
Huge.
And Errol Spence has also announced his retirement on that night as well.
Oof.
And also on the undercards, it was a young Australian boxer, just a year older than me, Paulo Ascuso, has made his own headline with a monstrous left punch KO in the 10th round that spread throughout the news and the Instagram.
Oh, that was, yes, I saw that. That was one heck of a finish to the fight.
His rival didn't even get up after that.
Yeah, and very impressive victory, like you said, for Tim Tszyu as well. So great to see him finally bouncing back and getting in the winners column once again.
Yep.
Speaking of the winners column, one more thing before we wrap up. The Commonwealth Games have been underway over the weekend. They started Australia over there in Glasgow, taking on the best of the Queen's territories, I guess you could say. Or the Kings, sorry, King Charles. But yes, the medal count going into day 6 of competition is very much highly in Australia's favour due to their experiences in the pool. 39 total medals, 17 gold already, 9 silver and 13 bronze, which is 20 more than England, who are in second place. It's well and truly looking like Australia's games. There's still about a week's left of competition, including all the athletics events. We've got 39 total medals now. I want to go to each of you. How many do you reckon we can get by the end of the games? Start with you, Steve.
Oh, so how many are we at the moment?
We've had 39 total medals, 17 gold.
39? Oh, look, if there's still maybe a week to go, I think we could probably get it maybe close to a half century.
I reckon we will surpass that, definitely.
Yeah, I think we could get the 50. And I tell you what, I'm really liking to see how you were telling me just before we came back on air that so since Birmingham, they have now combined. So we've got the regular Commonwealth Games and the Para-Commonwealth Games happening at the same time with that. So
yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is awesome. And you know what's even more awesome? The fact that the games are happening in Glasgow. And not Melbourne.
Exactly. No Scotland, no party, as they say.
Exactly.
And yes, like you said, combined program, para-athletes competing at the same time in between the, I guess you could say, able-bodied athletes. So that's awesome to see them all together. How about you, Jakey? How many medals do you reckon Australia can get by the end of it?
I think Steve's might be on the money. I think we might be getting the half century for sure. Probably, if I had to give it an exact number, maybe 55.
55,
Yeah.
okay. I like that. How about you, Jamesy?
I think we can get at least 13 more gold medals, but I'm aiming more like 60.
60.
Or 62.
My estimate was 67, to be honest. But none of your opinions mean anything to me because I want to come to our sports expert, Finn Smith O'Brien. What's the magic number, Finn? How many medals are Australia going to get?
You kidding? Oh, hundreds. Of course.
We'll be getting gold, silver, and bronze at every single event as this going forward.
Yeah, no one else better even compete with the rate of success that we've been getting there, that's for sure. You heard it here first. Thank you very much for that, Finn. And it's time for us to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll be hearing a very special local edition of Steve's Good Vibe. But first, right after this, we're going to be hearing another little dedication to my boy Jamesy on his birthday. Aww.
Near me indeed is a couple of very fine looking gentlemen right here on Coast FM 963. You're on Raw and More with Steve Wheatley and the boys. With you till 9 p.m. And Ango, what was that amazing track right there?
That was Sunny Coast indie rock legends Sun Soli, formerly known as the Sea Gypsies with Daydream, and that's a song Jamesy and I have seen live a few times together, haven't we?
Yeah, that's good on you for picking the favourite song of the.
Oh, that is your favourite?
Yeah.
Let's go. Big favourite songs only on tonight's show for Big Greek Birthday Boy.
Exactly. And speaking of favourite songs, it's the time of the night where it's possibly everybody's locally favourite. It's Steve's Good Vibe of the Night. Sideways.
Backwards.
And everywhere he goes, it's Steve's Good Vibe of the Night. That's right. The time of the night where I pick something out of my music collection, play it out there on the Coast of FM. I always play it and hope that you, Big Greek Mediterranean hits sitting across the desk from me right now, enjoys it as much as I do. Now, like Angus sort of gave a bit of a hint to before the break there, yes, got something very nice planned for Steve's Good Vibe of the Night this week. It is a local artist who I recently discovered as of last week because, like you, Mr. Mercer, I am very much so coming across some undiscovered or uncut artists, I guess you could say lately. Yes. So here they are. Central Coast legend band. Well, they probably will be in the future. Honey. No, I'm just joking.
My heart just dropped there.
This is the parallel universe if Queensland won the state of origin.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. I had to get some enjoyment out of that. No.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
No. So these are local. This is a local band who I found out this week, and funny enough, I work with one of the members of this band at my other workplace, Central Coast Leagues. So I think you'll definitely enjoy this, especially Jamesy, because being that, like Angus sometimes says, being that we are a bit of a couple of wrestling nerds, you'll sort of get a bit of a some of the early sort of 2000s sort of preview sort of rock sort of saliva sort of feels from this song.
Okay.
So here it is, Steve's Good Vibe of the Night. It is local band Mudfly with their single Black Days, or pretty much Steve and Ango's last 4 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of like Sunday.
It's all the same. Wasted chances and dumb mistakes. I can't stop this feeling, it won't go away. Filth and returns of disarray. In time they say it stays the same. Black days have come and I'm to blame. My time is now and all has
Oh, yeah. Getting transported back to the 90s with that one right there on Coast of M963. You're on Raw and More, and it did sound like it was from the 90s, but it actually wasn't, because that was Steve's Good Vibe of the Night, which was...
So that was local Central Coast band Mudfly with their song Black Days. As I said before playing that song, it describes me and Angus's last 5 weeks, or Angus on Sunday.
Lots of, yeah, that was a very black day yesterday on the Brookie Hill, certainly.
Yeah.
But I love that. It kind of gives a lot of like I said, 90s alt-rock vibes, bands like Rage Against the Machine, Silverchair, kind of early on in their career. And
Yeah, sort
one
of
of
like
the members
that,
of the band is someone you know personally, too.
Yeah, so I know Jack, one of the members from that band. He works some other workplace at Central Coast Leagues. Yeah, he was telling me a bit about how they recently performed a gig at Erin Affair there not too long ago, and how we got to talking about some of his band, and he said we played that song recently at that gig, and then the band that went on after us just changed the vibe completely, because we've gone and played something like that just there, something that sounds like Saliva meets Silverchair, Pearl Jam, and then the band that came on after us did Beach Boys vibes. So massive
Total
difference.
whiplash there.
Lots of variety.
Yeah, he gives me sort of like DJ from Spotify does exactly the same thing, just changes the whole mood on the drop of a hat like that.
Well, Jack, if you're listening in right now, congratulations. That might be their first radio play. You never know. I know Jack very well. He's served me many times. He's seen me in many states. Yeah, shout out to you, Jack. You're a legend.
Yeah, great song, my friend.
And speaking of songs that sound like things,
Two songs, they sound exactly alike. Yes, these are two songs, and they sound alike.
oh, you know what? I think because I sound like someone who was in the host chair last week. Steve, what is it with these two songs again?
Oh, well, Angus, they sound alike because it's the time of the night where I give you two songs. One is an original and the other has taken a bit of inspiration from the original, whether it is done in the form of a melody or a recording or sampling. But either way, it's up to the sleuths in front of me right now to try to figure out if it's been done legally or illegally.
Took the words right out of my mouth, my man.
And I took the words right out of his mouth.
That was definitely illegal. But yes, I couldn't have summed it up better myself. It is sound-alikes. We've got two songs in front of us right now. One original, one that takes a bit of inspiration from the original, but was the inspiration done legally or illegally? When we come back, it's up to these guys to try and figure it out. Without further ado, here is song number one.
He does that too well.
You're on Raw and More on Coast FM 963, and I'm about to get my pantsuit off me. Hey, yo. I'm Angus Hamill alongside the boys. With you between 7 and 9 p.m. We are in the midst of a segment right now called Sound-alikes, where I give you two songs, one original, one that takes a little bit of inspiration from the original, whether it be done in sampling or interpolating or stealing. Well, stealing is not a good word to use at this point in the segment, but just taking a little bit of a melody part or a vocal or a lyric, putting it in your own material. But these guys have to try and figure out if that was done legally or illegally. Naughty, great unsuccess. The songs you just heard, at the top we heard from indie pop musician White Hinterland with Ring the Bell, and the song you just heard was Justin Bieber with a big smash hit he released back in 2015 called Sorry. Is that a preemptive title perhaps? Let's find out. Of course, the sampling in question was the vocal loop that you heard at the start of Ring the Bell. In case you missed it, here it is once again. And the inspiration was done in Justin Bieber's Sorry with the vocal loop that sounds like this. But was that inspiration done legally or illegally? I'll start with you, Mr. Music Man, Jake Mercer.
So yes, there was a whole huge thing when the song Sorry was released because White Hinterland actually tried to sue them for that, for copyright or something along the lines of that, because again of the aforementioned sample. And it was actually Skrillex who produced the instrumental and showed that I think he either used someone else's vocals or he transformed the original artist's vocals to make it sound different so then it wouldn't be copyrighted. So legally.
He's gone legally with probably the most compelling case I've ever heard on this segment. All righty. Well, how about anyone else? Does anyone else want to jump on the legal train with Jake? Steve Wheatley, perhaps? Do you have any ideas?
I'm going to have a minute to think about this because I'm still trying to decide. So I'm going to pass the mic over right now to Will
Parkhouse from Uncut Gems, who's with us right now. How are you going, Will? You music genius, you?
I'm not as much of a music genius as Jake over here because
Aww.
I actually don't really know about the case between these two songs, but I think with how confident Jake was sounding, I have a feeling this was done legally as well. I think, both parties were, okay with the sampling. They got in contact and, things were settled and...
Actually, the case was dropped.
Oh, the case was dropped? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll stick with my answer. I'll go with legally.
I loved how, all the tension associated with the segment has just kind of been popped right there.
Yeah, thank you, Jake.
Anyone want to dare go against Jake and say illegal? James, Finn, either of you guys?
I was going to go with illegal, but I think Jake's actually made his point across really well, really done. Like he's actually done research on it. So,
Alrighty.
Yeah, for some reason, that's just the only music lawsuit that I remember.
Oh, there you go. I've picked a good one.
I will probably go on the Jake train and say Lego.
How about you, Fingerman?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. It was a pretty compelling case. Got a full house, yeah. I think it was legal, yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to be probably the different one and I'll go illegal.
Wouldn't this be the greatest victory in Sound Alikes history if it is somehow illegal?
I mean, Steve's already pulled that off before, so...
Yeah. And we've already had the 120% incident with James, his confidence levels.
Yeah, but you got to remember, boys, lightning doesn't strike twice. Or does it?
Or does it? Well, we're about to find out. I can confirm the inspiration of Sorry by White Hinterland was done. Yeah, Jake's all across it. It was legal.
Yes!
Completely legal, but yes, not without its controversy. In 2016, Billboard reported that Justin Bieber and Skrillex, who produced the track, like Jake said, were being sued by White Hinterland, real name Casey Daniel, who claimed that the duo used her vocal loop from her 2014 release, Ring the Bell, without her permission. She alleged that 8 seconds of her vocal riff were used 6 times in Sorry, which really did constitute copyright infringement. Co-writers were also included in this lawsuit, but it was dismissed after the producer of the track, Skrillex, showed the raw footage of him in the studio editing Ellie Goulding's or Julia Michaels' vocals, who co-wrote the song, to make that vocal loop happen completely from scratch. It was complete coincidence that it sounded so similar to the original, and the lawsuit, like Jake said, was dropped. So congratulations to everyone except Steve. Although I think Steve kind of knew, right, Steve? You knew.
Yeah. I totally knew, Angus.
Okay.
I did. I totally knew.
Someone had to take the fall, though.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna.
It was blind ambition.
No, yeah, he's all across it. Yeah, Finn. Yeah, no, it absolutely was a blind guess.
I was trying